And we are live, Jeff. We are live.
I'm done with my morning oatmeal. I think I've had oatmeal for 21 straight days. Every morning it's Groundhog's Day. Once again, April the 11th. Hello, everybody. Jeff Lichtenstein here. I'm the broker and owner of Echo Fine Properties. And we're going to do, I think this is like our 9th straight day of open houses. We've done 3 open houses every single day. We are going to take Sunday, Easter off. So happy Easter, everybody. Would normally be Master Sunday, and it's my birthday. So
happy birthday.
Coronavirus birthday, baby. This year. And I've got a frozen pizza from Chicago, which is where I'm from, delivered to me from my sister. So all excited about tomorrow. And then we're going to return back on Tuesday with a full schedule. And we'll be doing 3 open houses every day at noon. At 1 o'clock, we interview somebody related to real estate, whether it's a lawyer or an attorney. Today, we're going to do someone in the insurance business, and then every day at 2 o'clock, we've been interviewing a local business out there, supporting our local businesses that are in the northern Palm Beaches. That'll all start back on Tuesday from 12 to 1, and then 2 o'clock schedules. So today we're here. In the far left is our social media guru, photojournalist, Rob Moore. Craig Heger, also known as Craig the Leg. Paul Coate's with us, originally from Seattle. And Melody Christle's with us. Say hello, Melody.
Hello.
All right, so we're gonna start today. Craig is with us, and Craig has a listing that's out in Marisol. So I'm gonna put the spotlight on Craig. And Craig, you're over at San Remo today. It's 159 San Remo Place for 116. And tell us a little bit about your listing, and tell us a little bit about Marisol for those who don't know anything about Marisol Country Club, where it's located, and how many homes, and all about the home you're at today.
So Marisol's a private equity, mandatory membership country club. Basically, there's 3 diverse memberships in here: social, sports, and golf. The particular one that I'm at right now, which is 159 Remo, has a sports membership. So on top of the $1.6 million price tag, you've got to pay $90,000 for the membership, and that's cash up front to the club.
But then you also, when you leave though, you get 80% of that, 80% of that back.
Right.
And I'm going to also, Craig, while you're talking, I'm going to show some highlights of the Marisol video that we have. We do this on all 13 clubs in the northern Palm Beaches, and I'll also put that on the website. So if you want to watch that or get any information on our club comparison, you can see that too.
So Marisol, location-wise, it's right off of PJ Boulevard, right next to the Turnpike, and essentially across the street from PJ National, if that kind of rings a bell. Community-wise, it's just under 1,200 homes. There's a couple different builders in there: Kenco, Mustapick. These guys are still in business. There's 23 diverse neighborhoods, and they'll all have somewhere of golf, lake, or preserve views. This one particular that I'm at, and I'll show you, 159 Remo has a southern preserve view. So nobody's behind you for quite a long ways. You've got, obviously in Florida, people want the south exposure. This house has 20-foot ceilings. As I kind of bring you inside, you'll see throughout the entire way. I mean, there's tons of light flowing through this thing. Front door right here. I can it's right by my nose, right there. And then it kind of flows through the back. You'll have sun on that pool. So if I can bring you a pool shot. All damn day, wherever it is. Here it is. So you have an outdoor area, little.
Hey, Craig,
area.
Can you explain the benefits for those who really are newer to Florida? Why a southern, why that exposure, and why you get sun, and then how that benefits the house as well, and especially how this house is designed where there's really light coming from a lot of different angles.
So people like south, because the sun rises from the east, sets in the west, and the sun comes up and it goes right over top. It sits on top of the house, but it doesn't beam through the windows. So that light's coming through the house without just overly heating up the house. And if you don't have impact windows, then you'll definitely feel it. Your electric bills are up significantly. But people like it because you want to be outside and you want the sun when you want it. You just don't want to feel it all damn day through the house. So you're getting best of both worlds. It's natural light. It's not heating up your bills. This house does have impact windows, which is a big, big plus inside Mirasol. It's 2009 built, so going off subject, but that's kind of why people want the southern exposure. So here, let me bring you back inside since I jumped around. So I said 20-foot ceilings. The house itself is in a Monte model. It's master down, additional bedroom down, office down. And then you have 2 and a loft up. It's just shy of 5,000 square feet, and that's living. 2009 built. I said in Mirasol, it's not every home has impact windows. So when it does, that's a big, big plus. So everything's impact here. Everything's 11 years old. It's, you know, considered fairly new for our area. A lot of people are taking these fireplaces out, and if you did want to do that, it's not a major expense. It's easy, just hollow, but you do have natural gas in here, which is kind of cool. Let me show you the office because there's tons of woodwork and carpentry in here. If I can find it. There it is. So really cool office, lots of woodwork. Again, that's right off the master bedroom, right when you walk into the front door. Then you have...
And everybody right now wants an office.
It's nice. And actually they got it set up. If you see, if I can get out of the way more, it's kind of like a his and her setup. So the desk kind of sits both ways. So I've seen a lot of people, if the dark's too much for you, just the woodwork is so nice in here. It goes all the way to the ceiling. The whole entire office is all wood. So you can stain it, refinish it, paint it white, paint it gray, whatever you want to do. Make it light, bright, and airy, but it's top of the line. It's nice stuff. Master bedroom, obviously you have a great view of the pool. And again, it's facing south. So you're overlooking everything. It's like a little natural preserve setting. It's like a little resort. There's literally nobody looking at you. So you want to walk around naked all day, feel free. Master bathroom, all marble. The shower is basically right back in here. And it's like a dual shower. And then dual vanities. This is our upstairs loft. There's a little TV center here. We don't have a picture, it's right behind my head. And then 2 additional bedrooms. This is a bedroom downstairs, overlooking the preserve as well. Walks out to the patio. Bedroom upstairs. This is your cabana bath downstairs, right next to the barbecue area. And these are just little bathrooms, but your pool area, I mean, just totally private. You got a little beach setting here, so you can put some little chairs in here and kind of just step in and then let the water kind of bubble under your feet. That's kind of it on the house. It's, you know, open, bright, airy. It's 20-foot ceilings. Just like I said, under 5,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, a loft, an office. And
we do, so on every listing, we do a night shot like that, that we do when we are marketing a home, as well as aerials and day shots. And we are also doing virtual reality on every home that we're doing too. We just actually redesigned our website so that it'll pop up. So like on this one, we'll go back pretty soon and do a whole floor plan dollhouse type of a virtual tour that you can look on your computer or see it completely differently if you have the Oculus or Google Cardboard, which I think everybody said be getting. It's really gorgeous shot up up front. Tell us a little bit about the street, about the subdivision of REMO and about Mirasol itself.
so I said there's 23 diverse neighborhoods in Mirasol, and those are going to range from 5 million to the low 400s. REMO, where we're at in San Remo, is essentially right in the middle of Mirasol. So it's a kind of nice little breakup. There's right under 50 homes on the street, and they're going to range from 900 to, over the $2 million mark. This house, it's nice because it's all the way back on Remo because, like I said, there's 50 homes, so they are going to be, it's a longer road. So if you have young kids, people like it because they can play in the cul-de-sac versus all the workers coming up and down. On the opposite side of the street. What's that?
Hey, Craig, can you see the pictures playing, now on the spotlight too of the club itself?
Yeah, I see that. So that's of your main dining area. So Mirasol did a massive renovation in 2013. It was a $40 million renovation. It took years to do it. They added a sports complex. Mirasol actually says...
That's Craig there. That's Craig with his beard, by the way.
Yeah, I used to have a beard. My hair is a little longer though. Mirasol actually said they have over 500 kids in the community. So they found a huge need to add a sports complex in a big area for the kids to kind of go and play and do their thing. So whether it's video games, to go outside and do whatever, it's all there. And that was a massive renovation. So it's a active club, and they found a need for it. It's, you know, it's odd because in most of these country clubs, when you have a golf membership, it kind of deteriorates the value of the home. And Mirasol, it's totally opposite. So if you have a golf membership on your house, which is $140,000, it raises the value of your home. There's such a big need for it that there's a 4-year waiting list to get one. So you can upgrade, but you're just gonna be waiting for a while. And then Jeff mentioned earlier, I mean, when you sell your house, you get 80% of your equity back. Let's see, there's 2 golf courses in Mirasol, Sunrise and Sunset, and both were designed by Arthur Hills and Tom Fazio. A little fun fact is back in the day before the Honda Classic, you know, right now everyone knows it's held at PGA National. But prior to that, it used to be held at Mirasol, and I think they did it for 2 or 3 years, which is kind of cool. And then they bounced it across the street, and that's where it's, you know, still there now. They have
talk about the location of it.
Mirasol itself.
Yes, you know how, you know, distance to the airport, the turnpike in 95, restaurants, the beach, all that good, you know, good stuff.
So it's right off of PGA Boulevard, right next to the turnpike. Whether you want to go south or north, but to West Palm Beach Airport, it's 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic. I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. You know, depending on where you want to go, it's to the beach, it's 15, 20 minutes. Again, depending on traffic. Restaurants are, I mean, the hub is basically all right down PGA Boulevard. You have the Gardens Mall right down PGA Boulevard. Everything is within a 10-minute period. And then you know, you want to go down to Boca, Delray, Lauderdale, wherever you want to go, everything's within that 45-minute mirror. But it's close. It's a very attractive, award-winning country club. Lots of activities there, very young, and it's a fun club.
And there's all sorts of price points in there. There's condos that are right next to the club that are more in that 2,500 to 3,000 square foot range for really easy living, and then they have some starter homes that are more in the 23 to 3,000 square.
Yeah, you have a community like Andalusia where they're in the you can get lucky and find them in the high 3s, but generally the mid 4s, and then you can go to the very back in Via Palacio where they're you can reach $5+ million. So it's got product everywhere. They're, like I said, 23 diverse neighborhoods, but they range from 5 million to call it 400,000, and they'll each have whatever membership it is, and it's between 60,000, 90,000, and 140,000 for the golf.
Okay, so hey Craig, one last thing before we move on.
Yep.
You're famous for your flossing. Can we see just a little bit? Entertainment.
Good thing I have pants on today. Oh wait, you can't even see. Can you?
All right, that's Craig the Leg. Craig, can you put your phone number back on if somebody would like to take a look and see your home?
Of course. Let me switch to the side though.
Right is left, left is right. There you go. So Craig is at 561-246-1789, or Craig at fineproperties.com. And if you look on the link when you logged on Facebook, we've got the link on the country club costs at Mirasol. We've got Mirasol. We've got information on REMO as a community, and we've got the home itself where Craig is at, which is 159 REMO Place, and we have Craig's all of his information is over there. So Craig, thanks very much. We're now going to head out to Melody. Melody, give a wave to everybody. So Melody, you're today in Royal Harbor, and you're at 384 GOLFVIEW Road in North Palm Beach. And can you tell us a little bit about where you're at?
I would love to. Okay, so welcome to 384 GOLFVIEW Road C. For those of you who have never heard of Royal Harbor, it is a hidden gem, and those aren't my words, those are the neighbors' words. So some of them might be mad that I'm sharing it with the world, it's no longer a secret. But some of the neighbors have actually said, I had no idea this community or this neighborhood even existed until I found it. And then I knew this was where I wanted to be. This is the perfect place. So lots of people who live there absolutely love it. It's an amazing neighborhood. I'm gonna just flip this. There we go. So you can see right up above me, that is the North Palm Beach Country Club, which they just renovated recently. It was originally designed by Jack Nicklaus, And it's got 10 hard true golf courts, a driving range, a pro shop, a pool, a tennis center. The pool is a 50-meter pool. It's got a kiddie splash park. And the awesome thing about that is that there's no membership required. So you can kind of explore that new resort style country club and clubhouse, which is now 37,000 square feet. So for anybody who's into golf, this is a great location for them. And then just north of or just above this community right there is the North Palm Beach Waterway. And that is actually a no wake zone. So for anyone who is active and likes to be near the water, it's a really great spot. And then you've also, the location is incredible because you're kind of off the beaten path. You've got McLaren Road, which is right here, which spits you out from Ellison Wilson to PGA Boulevard. So you're like 5 minutes from everything without having to deal with all of that traffic and the noise and the commotion. This is just a really great spot. So this community, they've got a heated pool right in the middle. Down by that water line, they've got a basketball court and a day dock and a tennis court. So our unit, as you can see, is kind of right here where that little arrow is. Just going to cut over. There's some really unique features about this neighborhood. So if you'll notice, kind of all the surrounding condos around here are high-rise buildings. This neighborhood is unique in that all of the units are 2 floors. They're townhome style condos. And the thing that I really like about them is that each one, you've got your covered carport right at your front door. So
Melody,
yeah.
move over a little bit towards the center or to your left. You're coming in a little bit clearer when you do that.
To my left. This way.
Yes. No, the other way.
Okay.
Other way.
Right.
Yes, you got it. Keep going. That's
Okay,
good.
perfect. So the really nice thing about that, I'll just flip back real quick, just in contrast with some of these high-rise condos, you might get limited availability on covered parking if you're lucky. So it's really a super convenient thing to have a covered, not only covered parking, but a carport right at your front door. You know, if you've got groceries and it's raining, you don't have to worry about crossing a parking lot and then taking an elevator and then going to your unit and making multiple trips back and forth. So that added convenience is incredible. Now, some of these units have a storage unit right in the carport, and then the other ones have an extra storage unit attached on the back porch, which you'll see. This one has the storage unit on the back porch. So as soon as you walk in, here's another picture of the carport, and I'll just lean over this way. So you can see your front door there. There's an extra little strip there so that, you know, some people do fun stuff with that. They might, you know, store any extra things that they need there, or they could put a cute little seating area, or some people have actually even tiled it with some really nice tiles to dress it up and make it look pretty.
Melody, move all the way over to the left. So you're on the other side of it.
Here.
Yeah, that's better. Your voice is coming over much stronger there.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see the inside. Oh, that's the outside.
Yeah. So the really cool thing is, the other cool thing about the location is that you've got this really big, expansive green that is part of the common areas right up against the North Palm Beach Waterway. And anyone who lives in the neighborhood can kind of come out and enjoy this space. I'll show you another view. And it's just got a beautiful big tree canopy out there of oaks and palms, banyan trees. See if I have another picture here. And then there you can see this basketball court and the tennis court, and then the day dock, which is right there. So a lot of times I'll see neighbors who will come out with, you know, maybe they'll have friends over who've parked in the guest parking. There's about 64 guest parking spots, and they'll invite their family or a few friends over, and they'll have a bottle of wine and some wine glasses, and they just kind of take a 3-minute walk out over to the water and at dusk time and watch the sunset and watch the boats go by And it's just such a peaceful, beautiful place to be able to enjoy
And
that.
if you have kids like mine, it's then walk over to the ice cream club right afterwards too.
Yeah, exactly. So there's plenty of green space if you have kids, you know, you can enjoy that with your kids as well. It's another view there. Let's see, one more picture. And the nice thing too is that it's such a big the waterway. I mean, you're not on a canal. A lot of condos that have water views, you know, you've got a little canal and then you've got high-rise condos on the other side or whatever. This, you've got, you know, on the other side, you've got private beaches, $1 million homes. It's very easy on the eyes with this view.
Let's see the inside. What do they? Because they remodeled this one.
They did. It's beautiful. All right, and that's the heated pool, just real quick. So you can see here, this is the front door, which opens to the kitchen and the living room. And this is from the other angle. You can kind of see the backyard space. That's the view from the inside. So this one has a garden view that's really nice. Here's another garden view, which you can see. And that's visible from the kitchen and the living room, all those main living spaces on the first floor. Now, most of the units, there's 84 units in this neighborhood. They either face another unit across the pool, and this unit and the one next to it are actually the only two that have this kind of garden view, as opposed to facing directly towards another unit. So you do really have a lot of privacy in that respect, and just a nicer view than most of the other units in this specific neighborhood. Now, let's look at, this is a 3-2. So for a condo, you get an incredible amount of storage, and you also get a lot of square footage that you wouldn't get in another condo. This unit is over 1,600 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So it's 1,624 square feet. Let's see. And then this is just another view of the patio downstairs. They all have a patio and a balcony. Here is the kitchen, which is completely remodeled with new tile, new granite, new cabinetry, new appliances. It's got stackable washer and dryer. Here's the guest bathroom, which is also completely remodeled. They put in new vanities, repainted, new tile. You can see the shower is completely redone. And when you come up to the second level, that's right there on the second level, then you'll see the one of the spare bedrooms. Huge closet, wall to wall. So there's no lack of storage in these condos. This is the third bedroom, which is a little smaller than the other two. It's perfect as a nursery, or if you need an office space, or just, you know, a little den. One of the other neighbors said she converted it into her hobby room because she's an empty nester. So you can kind of do whatever you want with that third bedroom. It's just really nice to have that extra space. This is the master. Again, you'll see that has a balcony as well. And the balcony is really, it's a large balcony. Like you can fit full-size patio furniture out there and really enjoy that space.
Hey, Melody, that little spotlight, can you turn that a little bit towards you on the on your right, top right?
Spotlight. This one?
I'm joking.
Oh.
It looks so real, like you're in the room.
I'm trying.
You're doing good. You're doing awesome.
All right, cool. Oh, and the other awesome thing is everyone who lives in this neighborhood really gets to kind of enjoy almost any aspect that of a lifestyle. I mean, there's so many different things. So for example, you can have a grill on your balcony. A lot of condos, they don't let you do that. You can fit full-size patio furniture out here. During the holidays, they allow residents to decorate however they want. You can have paddle boards, kayaks, bikes, and there's plenty of storage attached to your unit where if you have an active lifestyle, You can have a bike and just grab it and go. You can either, bike across the street to the ocean, or you can bike or walk or kayak or paddleboard in the waterway because it's a no wake zone. So for a lot of people who are active, they can take full advantage of all of that.
So if you think about it, you're getting 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, completely remodeled, private backyard view. The location is, you're 5 minutes to the mall, you're 5 minutes to the beach from there. Everything is, all these restaurants are around you. The association takes care of so much, from the community pool to all the exterior maintenance, to the roof maintenance, the common areas. It's pretty inexpensive, living in an incredible location, and you're surrounded by, like, Water Club, just that was built by Culture, was 3 towers, and there's nothing that sells less than $1 million in there. The Benjamin School is right by, and there's all sorts of, your walking distance to to a lot of restaurants, whether it's seafood market or cafe or Cucina Cabana, ice cream club. It's really just a great spot. And if you would miss it if you never stop by in that area. You don't even know it exists.
Exactly. So here's the view from the master balcony. It's beautiful. And then I'll show you one last picture, just so you can see kind of how much space you get on that balcony. And like you said, the location is incredible. You're really close to all the restaurants. You're 5 minutes from everything on PGA Boulevard, whether you want to go shopping or you want to eat at a restaurant. It's got great schools. Benjamin School's right across the way. It's just a really peaceful, great place to be with a great sense of community. You have kind of every walk of life that lives in there, whether it's, young couples or retired couples or small families. I mean, it's just such a great mix, and they really do pull together and take care of each other. I know a bunch of neighbors told me that when hurricane season came around, they all checked in on their neighbors and made sure that they were all taken care of and helped each other out. So, I mean, I've never heard so many positive things and met so many friendly people as I have in this.
And they're doing the same thing right now, but from 6 feet away.
Exactly. You got it.
All right, so Melody, can you show your information if somebody would like to get in touch with you to show it?
Yes.
So Melody is at melody@echofineproperties.com or 561-574-4299. And we have her information and all the information on Royal Harbor and 384 Golfview in the Facebook link on here. So we are now going out. So say goodbye, Melody.
Bye.
And Melody, one other thing. If someone buys a home from you, what else do they get when they first meet you as a special surprise?
Oh, eggs, of course.
So yeah, Melody, she has chickens, and she will deliver you eggs, which right now are incredibly valuable. Right, other than toilet paper, eggs are pretty high on the list. So that's one other fun fact about Melody. So now we're on Paul, and Paul has experience in the coffee business. So yeah, if you buy and then you want to switch up and then sell with Paul, you'll also get coffee delivered. Is that right, Paul?
Yeah, we could do coffee delivery, maybe toilet paper delivery, maybe some eggs too, something like that.
All right, so they're a good team together. So so Paul, tell us a little bit, about yourself as well.
As far as what, the listing or just background?
Just a little bit about your background as well.
Moved here from the Seattle area about a year ago and loved it so much, decided that I wanted to get involved with the real estate market here because I think it's great. It's a beautiful place. My wife and I have vacationed to Florida many times. So ran a large company that we created for the last 12 years back in the Seattle area, grew up to, 17, 18 locations, and then decided that I needed some sanity. So we wanted to move to the sunshine, kind of get out of the Seattle gloom and doom, and decided to cash out and move to Florida. So it's been great ever since. Love the weather, been outside, got some tan skin now since I can't go to the gym anymore. So I've been running around outside a lot. So it's been really nice.
And you'll find, and as you know, in the summertime is when you get your rain here in the afternoon. Other than that, It's not like Seattle.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about where you're at today.
So right now I've got a home listed here. It's 160 ELAINE Road. And this home is located in Pioneer Farms neighborhood of West Palm Beach. So it's kind of Southern Boulevard and Jog Road, if anybody knows where that is. And it's close to Costco, it's close to all the shopping, it's close to the Turnpike, and it's close to 95. So it makes it a very desired location as far as.
And this is this on this is on 2.5 acres?
Yes, 2.49 acres. So yeah, roughly 2.5. So it's a very large property. Looking at all the comps around the area, when I got this home, I couldn't find anything within a couple miles that had this property size and for the square footage that we found. So I felt very intrigued to list this home because it's just such a great find for whoever wants to live close to everything, but actually be spread out on their own property. So it's great.
And Jeff, we got the pictures for Paul's listing here. There we go. Oh, I'm in your shot, Paul. Uh-oh. Get out.
That's all right. Rob doesn't come with the house. It's okay.
Nope.
So this is the front shot of the home. And what's great about this home is in 1991, the original homeowner or the homeowner moved in there and they did a lot of renovations to it. So as you can see, all the driveway that you can see there in the front, all the front facing areas, the soffits that come off the front, there's a detached 3-car garage. Those are all add-ons that they have done over the years. They also put a pool in, and you can see going through the pictures, there's some bamboo flooring that they upgraded. All the bathrooms have been upgraded, and it's just it's a wonderful house. It's kind of a quiet serenity when you're out there. It's very peaceful. And it's a real good find for somebody. And it works well if you own a business or if you have something that's a lot bigger. There's room for trucks and there's room for a shop and different things like that. So there's also mother-in-law quarters that comes with the property as well. The homeowner now has converted that into a shop for their construction business, but it'll be easy to turn back into a mother-in-law quarters. It's a nice 1,000 square foot addition to the home, and it's got its own bathroom and everything else. So, and it's just a great size. I think this home, just the home part of it's 3,700 square feet and some change. And then you've got the 1,000 square foot mother-in-law. And then there's the other 1,000 square foot detached 3-car garage that's with the home. And of course, you got a beautiful pool. I believe it just got cleaned and some tile work just got updated in the back also. So the homeowner has been very proactive in getting this home in tip-top shape for selling the home. So she's been great to work with. You have any questions about the home, Jeff, or? I'm actually not hearing any audio from you.
Mute yourself, Jeff.
There we go.
Hey, Jeff, you gotta unmute yourself.
You gotta unmute yourself. There you
Sorry
go.
about that.
That's okay. So, and this has just been a
Rob,
great.
Is this guy come with it at all?
No. That's quite the picture. What is that?
Like, yeah.
Oh my.
But it is suitable for equestrian, correct?
That is suitable for equestrian, yes. So if anybody has horses, anything like that, this property would be well suited for that. There's plenty of room on the 2.5 acres for anything you want. Melody, if you wanted to help with chickens there, if you have any buyers that have chickens, it'd be a great place to put a chicken coop, something like that too.
This is the video that's up right now. Videos we shoot of all our listings, drone shots. You know, we have a photographer that goes out and takes night shots, real night shots. There's Paul, as you saw Paul waving. So we do this for all of our listings. And there he is. There's Paul again.
Yeah, make sure you call me if you're interested in this home. We have a lot of people that have been calling me wanting to look at this home. Unfortunately, with the way things are right now, some of the listing appointments have had to be rescheduled. So this is a great way for us to continue to show the home with this virtual open house. So this is awesome.
Yep. And then shortly we're going to be doing all of these. If you didn't hear before, we're going to be doing virtual reality tours where we'll show the floor plan, a dollhouse, view that could be, still used on your own computer or laptop or phone, but will also be compatible with the Oculus and Google Cardboard. That is just a great way to view homes differently and from home, and even on your own computer, it's going to show you different perspectives where you can put a floor plan, together too. So we're going to have in a little bit we have Ross coming up.
So yeah, Jeff, we have Ross, and I'm never going to try to pronounce Ross's last name because I can never get it. Komarinetz from Brightway Insurance of Juno Beach. He's going to be signing on here probably in about 4 minutes. I told him about 12:45. So he's another local business owner in the area. A great guy, always there to help the community out.
So it's interesting. We're in such a different environment. Craig, can you share? Unmute yourself there. Can you share how you're, what's going on in the marketplace right now and how you're doing closings and showing and all that stuff for people? Because you're pretty active right now.
Yeah, I'm active. Obviously showings, the quality of showings are down, but the quantity of showings are down, but the quality of showings are up. I'll put it that way. So I see real buyers out in the field, but everyone's taking the proper precautions. For the house that I just showed for my open house, it's a big house. I have an older seller there, but we're taking the proper steps to keep everyone safe. So when I do show the property, it's shoes off at the door or put booties on. Everyone's got Lysol wipes. Don't touch any knobs or doors. I'll open everything with my Lysol wipes. Everyone's staying 10 feet apart. It's easy to do that in a 5,000 square foot house. And then it's just, wash your hands and stay away from each other. But it's happening. So there's real buyers out there. I'm seeing it. And same thing with listings. There's people that are properly putting their stuff where it needs to be. There's buyers that are, making deals. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in my world.
You put on, I think, 4 listings that we took last week. So it's interesting on our end, we're converting much more to a virtual, world with everything.
So with that too, out of those 4 listings, put one on. Our photographer did a hell of a job with some aerial photos. It was on for a week, and I got a call from a gentleman in Greece and wanted some more photos, and I sent him some photos. He was familiar with the neighborhood, and we struck a deal last night. So there's a deal that got done, with all the craziness going on, because my sellers put it where it needs to be. They understand the situations. And, we did enough with the photos and just videography that the buyer understood what he was getting. So there's deals happening.
So a lot of the movement in there, because some people are in a different mind frame because they're scared and they're in a situation, they, maybe older and, they're not looking for, to go at all right now. And there's a lot of the population is, but there's a complete lack of inventory on one hand, and we have a lot of people who are renting in here, and they have rental situations, and they need to get out of their rental in there, and they also don't want to be in a rental. They just want to be in a home. We've also had a lot of people who don't want to go back to New York or wherever the northern city, whether it's Chicago or in there, some of it's for reasons that they were thinking about before, which are could be tax reasons. But also, there's other reasons too, which have more to do with they don't want to go back into an urban environment. They want to have, they like a lot of what we have to offer. So there's different movement that's happening in the area that's kind of interesting. And some of the people are just in an urgent place to get a home. So we've been able to, there's been a lot of interest. If something is priced right and it shows nice, they are going. And I think some of it is too, because there's not a lot of inventory out there.
Yep, I agree.
And I've seen the quality of buyers come up quite a bit. Previously, before everything happened, I would get lots of calls and a lot of looky-loos, tire kickers, and people that weren't quite sure that they were ready yet. But right now, I feel like a larger percentage of the people that I'm talking to are actually looking at buying, and they want to do something more likely now than waiting, it seems like.
Well, the one you've got, I know you have a couple people on it.
We
the
do,
one- the house
absolutely.
that you were showing. We're also, I was talking to Alton the other day. And when they're getting a showing right now, when they're getting somebody coming out, that's a buyer who's incredibly serious. So there's always people who will come by, just because it's time of the, they sometimes people want to see like new construction or even resales because they want to get design ideas or get a feel of what's out there. But right now, if somebody's looking, they're totally, they're interested in purchasing. So there's not a lot of, wasted time or wasted negotiations, going
I do
on.
get the people that want me to find them something for half the price and what's listed on the, on the market. But right now, I don't really think.
Well, it's not what, this is not a, if you go back to 2006, and I went through that market, and that was a fraudulent market. And there was excess inventory that were an excess building. So we're not in that situation. So there was an oversupply, and it took a long time to get rid of that supply at the same time. So it was a perfect storm of a lot of different things. And the market went down an average in here at about 30%. And that was about as bad of a thing as you could have had because of the oversupply, which we don't have in this situation. The other thing about that is it didn't go down equally. So your homes that needed a lot of work or had bad views or had they were choppy floor plans, those homes may have went down more, and the homes that were in better locations or better floor plans or remodeled, those may have went down max 15% at the extreme worst of it. But this is different in a lot of ways than that market because we don't have the oversupply that we did in that situation. I think also the government is moving much faster in this terms to help people out in this situation. So I think and I think there'll be different situations around the country in housing. So the northern cities might take it harder because you may see more movement here that's going on in Florida. I think we're probably in a better spot in terms of how things work because we're seeing more demand to move into our area. We're not seeing it go the other way. Like I want to get out of Florida and go to Baltimore or go to or go to Boston or something like that. It seems like there's more movement in here. And because of the tax situation that we have, that is a big deal too. If somebody can move a business, especially in a virtual world, and they don't need to be in Philadelphia, Florida ends up making a lot of sense because we're finding we can do some things from our home or do this type of thing and show a home that we've never been able to do before. So right now we're gonna take a break from real estate and let's run out to Brightway Insurance. Ross, give a wave.
Good morning or good afternoon. How is everyone?
Good.
You're good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So what is your world like? Are you in your house? Are you at the office right now?
I'm still working at the office. All the employees are working from home though. I don't know. I can't work from home. I need to get out and go somewhere and have like that command center that you're used to having.
Yeah. So we're doing some of the same. And some of like Craig who was on earlier. He's running around everywhere, and he's a pacer. So like we share an office together. So he's pacing in his patio right now. It's like I'm hanging out and I'm on my dining room table, every day doing stuff, right. And then I'll go run over to the office and a little bit back and forth. So tell us what's going on first of all, tell us a little bit about Brightway and yourself, and then what's going on in the insurance world as well.
Brightway, we're my office, Brightway Insurance in Juno Beach. We're an independent insurance agency. We do everything but health. We write with every carrier in Florida, so we've got access to all the different options. As far as this is going, we're seeing most insurance companies do some sort of inspection, but what they've been doing is they've actually been putting that on the insureds and allowing them to do virtual inspections, just kind of the same thing that you guys are doing. But other than that, it's just kind of slowing down a little bit. Not too many people are really going under contract. It seems like that's kind of putting it off a little bit. It seems, there's a little bit of fear of going to look at houses and things like that. And I think what you guys are doing is pretty awesome. And I think that's going to probably become more of the norm.
Yeah, well, we're doing more of it where we've been doing this. I think this is like the 9th straight day that we've been doing 3 open houses, a day. And I think a lot of this is going to continue where it's like almost like you can use different avenues as a show and show it that way. And it will work. We'll get back, we're social people and real estate still is a thing where people really, even in this world, they're buying, people want to buy that. They want to go into the house. Now with virtual, it's going to change really differently too, because you're going to be able to have more, but still it's a house it's not like buying even a car, whether it's a $25,000 car or an $80,000 car, you kind of know what you're getting. In a home, you still want to walk through it, even if you can see it in some ways. So we're going to get back to where we are, but it's going to be the showing enhancement and viewing different things and our ability to show with all sorts of different ways, I think will change, completely with this. And I think they'll complement each other. I think they'll just be ancillary pieces because we're discovering different ways that we can market, and that part's evolving. And it's in the mortgage industry right now. They're doing drive-bys. It's the same thing. They're not going in the house, and they can look at the pictures if it's online, if it's already listed. So there's not there. Are you getting more claims right now, or what? Like somebody has a claim on something and they don't want anybody in the house. What do you guys do in those situations?
Well, I mean, the insurance company has to send an adjuster out to. I mean, we've had a few claims the last just few weeks as just normal course of business. But the adjuster still needs to go out and look and see, put eyes on the damage, and make sure that what the insureds are saying is correct. So. But they do try and limit the amount of contact, and everybody's wearing gloves and everybody's wearing face masks, but it's kind of business as usual for the most part in the insurance world.
Tell us a little bit about your background personally, yourself, and because you really understand it from a lot of different angles, business.
I grew up here, down here, so I've been in the area for forever. I came back here in about 4 or 5 and worked in the mortgage business for a little bit. I opened this agency in November of 2010. So we've been, kind of doing this stuff for the last 10 years. So I know, kind of the hardships of those real estate transactions and the obstacles that, not only lenders have to overcome, but you guys have to overcome. And so our goal is just to be a transaction facilitator and do what we can to make sure that you guys close.
Having experience in that industry is a bigger deal than most realize, because you can put yourself in that person's shoes and you can put yourself in the homeowner's shoes and have a sense of urgency when things are needed. What is an advantage of working with Brightway? Like, how many different places do you shop when you're looking for product for your clients?
We shop every carrier that's going to offer a rate, based on the underwriting guidelines or, the characteristics of the home. But if there's a carrier that's out there that's going to insure it, we're going to check with them and make sure that we get a quote from that carrier.
Tell us a little bit about, just because like we're halfway or we're getting closer to hurricane, season in the, in 3 or 4 months. Tell us about how hurricane insurance works for people, and when you want to lock in, rates, and when you want to, a little bit about flood insurance too, because people don't think about that. Even if they say, well, I'm not in a flood zone, I shouldn't have flood insurance. Right.
So, there's never the best time to lock in a rate. It's whenever you're going to save some money. We're shopping insurance for somebody and we're, saving them $500 right now, that's the best time. As far as hurricane insurance, what a lot of people don't really think about is their deductible. They see a small little number that says 2%, and they don't really understand what that 2% means. And so it's 2% of your dwelling coverage. So if your house is insured for $300,000, your hurricane deductible is $6,000. What we've seen recently too is a lot of carriers offering low flat deductibles. So if we see a carrier that's offering like a $1,000 hurricane deductible versus another carrier that's offering 2% and the price difference is minimal, we're going to try and offer that and really push it and so that they understand what they're getting. But as far as flood insurance too, it used to be that you could only get flood insurance through the government, through the National Flood Insurance Program. And there's been other carriers that have come on the market to offer private flood insurance. And some people get a little nervous. Private flood insurance, you know, are they going to pay? But those carriers are mostly backed by Lloyd's. And so I'd probably trust Lloyd's ability to pay a claim versus our government's any day. But
it's interesting. Well, you know, what was always worried me is if you, and we have flood insurance, is if you have a, you know, if we have a tropical storm that's not a hurricane, you know, that's kind of where you could get in trouble. You know, I think it happened a lot up north and in Houston.
Yeah, I mean, flood insurance, even if it's a hurricane and you have quote unquote flood damage or storm surge damage, that's flood insurance. That's not your hurricane or homeowner's policy. So your homeowner's policy will cover water entering your home from the sky, you know, like, or from a window, or, you know, the roof gets ripped off. But if water enters your home from the ground level, that's going to be flood insurance.
Right. So I remember in New Jersey and in Houston, it just, people didn't have flood insurance and it completely devastated them. In both cases, they were, I think when it got into Houston, it was like a tropical storm in a lot of different, you know, different cases. So there was problems. I remember with that, and there were just giant damages. So it's a good piece to have.
If you're not in a high risk flood zone, or even if you're not, even if you are in a high risk flood zone, you know, it's relatively inexpensive for the amount of coverage that you get and coverage and protection that you get. So everybody should be looking into it.
Is with Corona right now, is there any relief that any of whether it's driving insurance or any of the different types of insurance, is there any relief anybody's offering anybody that people could look into that they may not be aware of?
I mean, so all of our auto care, pretty much all of our auto carriers are giving people about 15% break on the next 2 months payments. If you've already paid in full, they're just going to cut you a check and send it back. You can't. Right now, they're not allowing cancellations for non-payment because they recognize that people are in a bind and may not be able to make their insurance payment. So they put a moratorium on any cancellations for that. But that's kind of it. You know, that they're really trying to look out and make sure that they're not canceling policies during this time, either for inspection or non-payment.
Okay. And anything else you'd like to tell us about Brightway and how people can get in touch with you?
I mean, right now, if you're listening to this and you've got auto insurance or you've got homeowners insurance and you haven't checked it in a while, if you've checked it recently and you're looking for a better deal, give us a call. You know, the number is 561-425-6228. We'd love to help.
You know, so in between Netflix, once you get through Tiger King and all the good stuff, it's time to also call, check out your rates, and maybe he can catch you a little bit better deal.
It's a 5-minute phone call, and we'll just shoot you an email. And if you want to call us back, call us back. But that's it. We'll email you one time, and then if you like it, you like it. No worries.
Yeah, Ross is terrific. All of our agents have used him, have had a good experience. He's got a sense of urgency with it, and you know, terrific follow-up skills. We had lunch about a month ago, and I miss having lunch with people. So look forward to all that good stuff. So Rob, hey Rob, do we have anybody else on today, or we're done?
We are done for the day. We're going to get ready to paint some Easter egg or dye some Easter eggs later. Easter tomorrow, so happy Easter to everyone out there. And maybe we'll watch a little WrestleMania 6 highlights with the Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior.
Baseball will be back. So go White Sox.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Ross. Thanks Paul.
Thank you guys.
Melody. Thanks Craig.
Thanks,
For Ross over at Melody, at Brightway Insurance, Melody, Paul, Craig, and Rob. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy reruns of the Masters, and happy birthday to myself tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See you guys. Have a good weekend.
See you later.